All right, I'm going to show you guys how to do gumbo roux, and I'll actually start the gumbo and all of that. But the important part, or the main part of this, is the gumbo roux. Okay, so I filled the bottom up with vegetable oil. You need to be ready because this takes a lot of time, a lot of stirring, and all of that. I don't have measurements. You could just estimate. Like I said, I just filled up the base of this with vegetable oil, and then now I'm going to add my flour. I'm just going to stir this around, and then I'll decide if I need to add a little bit more of the flour, and it looks like I do. But like I said, I just want to stir it first, because flour can be a little bit tricky if you're not an expert in it, and I am not an expert with it. This actually looks like we might be okay. Now I understand that everybody they do their stuff a little bit different. Please keep all your negative comments to yourself. If you have any suggestions, I'm okay with that, but some people just negative for no reason, and I for sure don't have time for it. Okay, so I think let me see, I want to keep stirring. You want to keep stirring this. Okay, this can go left. I might speed the video up because it's a lot of stirring. Alright, so I think I'm going to put a little bit more flour in it. I'm trying to decide because it's still a little lumpy. So I feel like I did this the other way around. Like I put the flour, then I added the vegetable oil, and then stirred it in slowly. I think that's what I did before. I haven't done this in a while, but it's still going to turn out brown, don't worry. But you want to keep this pot stirring, and you want to be careful while you're stirring. Please don't burn yourself with this hot oil. Now I'm making 2 different gumbos because my husband is gonna have shrimp, 2 types of sausages, smoked sausage, and then 2 types of sausages, shrimp and chicken, and then mine is just gonna be chicken and 2 types of sausages. So I will split this once I get it all brown. I'll split it into 2 bowls. So this looks like a lot of roux, but it is for 2 different gumbos today. So you just want to keep stirring this. You don't want to walk away from a roux at all. It's going to smell like it's burning. It's going to look like it's burning. It is not. You want to keep scraping, keep until you get your rich chocolate color. You can buy this, but it's so easy. Like I said, as long as you got a little patience here, you're going to see this thing turn into a straight up chocolate-like syrup. I did cut the heat down just a tad bit. I'll cut it down again, so I won't lose control of this. But you can start to see it's turning. It's not white anymore, which is exactly what you want. But again, you just want to keep stirring. Don't let it get away from you. It's gonna turn chocolate. Like I said, I cut mine down just because I wanted. Listen, if it's getting, you wanna, and it's getting away from you, you want to turn it down to avoid that. A roux can go from good to burnt very quickly. That's why it's very important to kind of stand over it. I'm actually gonna get my whisk involved if I can find it. Okay, I can't find it, so I don't want to lose this, but a whisk would have been good, and I have one, but I don't know where it is, and I Well, I know it is. I just can't dig through this drawer. You do not want to walk away from this. So if it was right there on top, I would have grabbed it, because it would have made it better. Now, it's smelling like it's burning, guys. I'm telling you what you're going to smell, but this is what you want. That's how you get that richness. Just keep stirring until you get you a beautiful chocolate. Like, not dark chocolate, maybe like a milk chocolate. A beautiful milk chocolate. And then I'll tell you what step 2 is. But look at this. This is gonna be delicious. Again, you're gonna be smelling like, oh my God, it smells like it's burning. Just keep going. You see how it's turning the colors? Just keep going. This is really another way, like people make gravy and stuff. A little bit different. I mean, I guess it's the same. The same for not spaghetti, macaroni and cheese roux. I was gonna say, if you want to learn how to do sauces, learning how to make a roux will help, because it's the base of a lot of good recipes. I'm still working on it. I haven't perfected it all the way, but it's something that you definitely want to work on. So I know you guys see it's getting darker. It looks like mud now, the color of mud. It's not cooking as fast anymore because I cut the oven down. Y'all hear my chihuahua in the background. Again, this smells like it's burning. Please don't be afraid. It's not burning. This is how you get your flavor. I almost got my color. Since I cut the heat down, I'm going to let this sit just a minute. I'm not going to walk away from this. Do not walk away from your roux ever. You'll come back and it is gone. The good thing is, if it gets gone, you can start over. Alright. So mine is like a chocolate mud. I'm going to pick it up so you can see it. Like, again, some people would not make this much. I'm making 2. Some people just like half of this, and then they start theirs. I'm doing 2 big old pots of this, so that's why my roux is a lot. Alright, I'm going to keep the camera going. I'm going to speed this video up and stuff like that, so it won't be extremely long. But I know that a lot of people ask me about, do I make mine or buy it? And this is what I do. Okay, so now it's about where I want it. It's like a rich chocolate color. I'll bring it over to you. It's a rich chocolate color. So now I cut up some celery, some green peppers, red peppers, onions, all of that, and I'm gonna dump this in here. Again, you do not need this much. I'm doing this because I'm making 2 batches. Okay. Now I'm gonna move this around because I don't want the roux at the bottom to start to burn. So you wanna incorporate that roux all in your vegetables. Get it off the bottom of that pan. Put your vegetables on the bottom of that pan, because you don't want it to burn. Okay? These vegetables are cold and will help stop the cooking of that roux so it won't burn. Once you get all of your vegetables in, you won't have to worry about it burning anymore. Just gonna grab to hold on to this. So this is the roux. Again, you can put half of this. If you're trying to feed less people. We love this. We put it over rice. It tastes better the next day. So now I'm just cooking my vegetables in that roux just for a few minutes, and then I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of water now. Just a little water. Not too much. And then I'm going to stir it. I want my vegetables to get cooked first in this before I add a bunch of water. Now, some people add chicken broth. I don't have chicken broth here. Chicken broth is fine. If you're a vegetarian, you could do vegetable broth. Will be fine. But we're not vegetarians here. So I'm just trying to cool this pot so it'll stop cooking my roux. Now you see how dark that is? That's going to be nothing but flavor. That's going to be nothing but flavor once it's all said and done. So again, I'm just stirring this around. It smells like it's burning. Don't be worried, it's not. It's going to turn into a very fragrant smell in a minute because of all these vegetables. Now I put celery, onion, a whole red pepper, a whole yellow pepper, green pepper, and yellow pepper in here. And I put 2 things of onions in here. I'm going to add some fresh minced garlic. Excuse my dog, he wants to come out. So this is just minced garlic. We love garlic. I don't want to overpower it too much because I want to add some other seasonings. If you have the Creole seasoning, you can add that instead of the individual ones that I have to add. But we didn't have Creole seasoning, so you just use the same ingredients that Creole seasoning has, which is like onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, paprika, salt, pepper, white powder, oregano, basil. I think I got them all. I say onion powder. All of that is in your Creole if you read the back of your bottle. So I'm gonna let this sit a little bit. Alright, so I think I've cooked my vegetables long enough in here. So I'm going to add, I'm going to right now actually divide it and then I'll come back. Okay, back. So I just took out half of the vegetables, a little bit less than half, because the second gumbo is for me. So I'm going to go ahead and add my water in here. Let me add some more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my water in there. Again, I don't have chicken broth, or I would add chicken broth. But I do have chicken broth. I'm gonna cut this up. Okay, so I do have the chicken broth powder is what I call it, and that's what I'm going to add. I'm not measuring this. Okay. I'm going to go in with all our seasonings now. I know my husband likes it spicy, so that's what we're gonna do. Because I have seafood in there. Oh, what is that? Sorry. Because I have some seafood in there, I'm gonna put some Old Bay in there. Just a little bit. The other thing I add, it doesn't have a label on, but this is the 2-time or 3-time spicy sauce. You can buy it on Amazon. It's super spicy. You just need a little bit. Like I said, we love spicy. So that's what we're gonna do. I didn't add salt because all of those seasonings. Sorry, that pepper went right up my nose. I had to turn around. So this is your roux. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and added the chicken, the sausage, well, the 2 types of sausage, and the shrimp. So I added about a 1.5 cups of shrimp, and then about a cup of the 2 types of sausages, and then a cup of chicken, give or take. And so now all I have to do is let this just sit. The longer the better, guys. Like, if you can let this sit for as long as you can. Right now, like I said, I'm just getting the flavors all put together, let them kind of sit. But I'm about to move this pot over, put it on low, and just let it ride out. And that's that. So the whole point of this is how you make gumbo. Some people put all kind of stuff in it. If you're doing seafood gumbo, you're gonna put more seafood in it. You can be very creative. Crawfish. I've seen people put lobster. I've seen people put all kind of stuff. You can choose how you want to, you know, crab meat, whatever. We just do ours with shrimp, 2 types of sausage, 2 types of chicken. 2 types of sausage and chicken. So this is the gumbo. It will thicken up a little bit, but this is enough for a family of 4 or 5. Here, like I said, we put it right over rice. Some people add rice directly into the gumbo. We don't do that because we can use the gumbo. Sometimes we'll freeze it, and if you freeze it, you can use the gumbo later and just have to make some rice. So we don't put the rice in there. But this is going to be delicious, and I'm gonna let this finish, and then I'll post some pictures.